So, what's the deal with the S2 series?
So there's 3 models, right? And when we built this building, that was the vision, that eventually we would have a guitar somewhere around $1,200 that a guy in a store could buy that was made in Maryland. A really, really good electric guitar first starts off with a neck that's dead straight and lasts a lifetime, right? And plays in tune and stays in tune and all that stuff. There was a lot of time spent to make it as beautiful as you could make it without it being carved like a violin. So I was most involved in the mirror body shape, secondarily the custom, and third the Starla. So it depended on, when I looked at it, did it make sense to me? Let's go over each one. The custom, they had an idea, Jack and his whole design team had an idea of what shape it was. The Starla, I always liked the body shape, and that was designed years ago. And the mirror we changed the shape of a lot. Right. I was very involved in how we sandwich that neck together so that it's straight for a lifetime. We talked about how to do the finish, and they had said, back off, we have an idea how to do it. And they decided to put the color coat under the base coat, which is not done in our industry, and they brought it to me and it worked, and I went, okay. So I stayed out of that one. Very involved in the pickups, obviously the bridges, the nut material. Bones are accepted material, and we think we have something better than bone. So I was involved in that. You know, hard shell case obviously costs the manufacturer way more than a gig bag, but I'm throwing an SE gig bag in.
In terms of sound,
this gig bag doesn't affect the tone.
in terms of tone, what did you feel was the sort of signature sound that you were looking for? Was it your signature sound?
So with the Starla, they had really bright pickups in them. It was supposed to be a Tisco Del Rey on steroids. We wanted it to be as bright as we could possibly get it to be without it sounding harsh. With the custom, we wanted it to be a universal pickup that anybody plugged in and said, oh, that's good. With the Mira, it was the same thing, just a teeny bit more vintagey, and you want some sort of beautiful balance, and that was much more what the goal was. It's interesting, there were, 12 guitar companies and 12 brands when I was a kid, and now there's 17 guitar factories, 18, and there's 380 brands. How's anybody supposed to be able to weed through it? So what happened is the real cheap stuff is big, and then the expensive stuff swells, and the middle has a problem, right? So what's the deal? It's half the money made in Maryland.